Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to knit this beautiful neck warmer. It's absolutely gorgeous and very easy to do. It's for the set with the hat. I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell, that way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel, that you'll find the English version in there. This set is for a kid from 3 to 10 years old, give or take. You can make this smaller or bigger. For the bigger size, I'm going to be making a adult size set because I absolutely love it. And if you don't see the video of the hat, I'm going to leave the link in here. You're going to see an eye, you click an eye, or bring you to the link of the hat. And also I will leave another link of other sets that I have in a playlist, and they will be all in English together. To make this neck warmer for the set with the hat that I did before, I'm going to use the leftover, but I don't think I have enough of these for the entire neck warmer. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I have this one here just in case to do some combination with the color. And they are both medium 4. This one have wool in it. And this one is acrylic, but I will combine the two of them because this one is mainly acrylic yarn. You're going to need a round counter or row counter or a piece of paper, pen or a pencil to keep track of your rows or rounds. A marker. These netting needles are a 4.5. When I did the hat, I mentioned that I was going to do the neck warmer and that I was going to use a 5mm, but I decided to use the 4.5. That way the stitch are exactly the same size because I like the size of this one. And you're going to need a tapestry needle and scissors and measurement tape if you want to guide yourself by. I'm going to start with the leftover from the hat. This ball was 80 grams and I had 39, so I used 41 for the hat. Maybe I have enough here to do the entire neck warmer if I do it just a little bit shorter than the hat. Probably will be perfect, but if it's not, I will use the other one as well. So I'm going to leave a tail long enough to cast on 80 stitches plus 1 to close the circumference. For the hat I did 84 plus 1, so it will be like 4 stitches or like that, smaller than the hat, and this part in here, so it will be perfect. And if you are using a 5mm netting needle for this, you can cast on from 72 to 76 stitches plus 1. So I'm going to wrap here to leave a tail for 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 20 and 20, 40. And 40 and 40, 80. Plus a little for the 81 and a little for a tail. So I'm gonna do a slip knot by wrapping the working yarn on top of the tail here yarn. So you're gonna remove the loop. This is the easiest way to do a slip knot, and then you grab the working yarn and pass it through that loop, and you have the slip knot. You can cast on whichever way you feel more comfortable casting on. This is a long tail cast on, so I'm gonna cast on my 81 stitches for this neck warmer. I have my 81 stitches. Now I'm going to close the circumference and I'm going to make sure that it's not twisted, that all the stitches are nice to the inside like this. So if you want to do this with a straight needle because you don't have circular needle or you don't know how to work a straight circular needle, I already made the stitch with a straight needle. This one, you can do that as well. And you can do the neck warmer straight, and then later you will close like this. So I'm gonna leave the link where I did the stitch because it's a little bit different from flat to circular like mine. And you're gonna see an eye, you click on the eye and it will bring you there. You can do the hat with a straight needle or circular. So as well the neck warmer. So now to close the circumference, and if you do a straight needle you will do a knot in here to secure the last stitch and then start working the stitches as I did the flat piece. But for circular it still is open because I'm going to close the circumference. I'm going to pass the stitch to the right hand needle. I'm going to hold it tight there because these are very slippery, and the last stitch I'm going to make big. I'm going to pass over and then I'm going to pull the tail from the working yarn. I'm going to come here. I'm going to pull the two ends tight as you can to close the circumference, and you'll do a knot. You'll pass that stitch back to the left hand needle. You're going to place your marker and you are ready to start round 1. We're going to start with row 1, and this is a very easy stitch to do because what you do in row 1 you repeat in row 2, what you do in 3 you repeat in 4, what you do in 5 you repeat in 6, and what you do in 7 you repeat in 8. So it's very easy, it's a round repetition and the stitch is multiple of 4. Then we're going to start with 2 net. I don't going to do any border stitch because this, it will be like this, the border of the neck warmer. Really nice. So 2 net, 2 purl, and that's the repetition that you're going to do in round 1. So 2 net, 2 purl. So you start with 2 net and you're going to finish with 2 purl. I finished round 1. Round 2 is exactly the same. Net 2, purl 2, net 2, and purl 2 until the end. You start with 2 net and you finish with the purl. So that will be round 2. For 3 we're gonna move the stitches a little bit. So instead of starting with 2 net, you're gonna start with 1 net. So 1 net, 2 purl, and then you continue with 2 net, 2 purl. And at the end you're gonna finish with 1 net. Just moving that stitch, you are moving the entire stitch all the way around, and that's what creates a nice diagonal stitch. So you start with a net and you're going to finish with a net stitch. The rest stay the 2 by 2. For row 4 you're going to repeat the stitches as you see them. You're going to start with 1 net and then 2 purl, 2 net, 2 purl, 2 net, 2 purl. At the end you will finish with a net stitch. So you're going to net the net and purl the purls. Now we want to work on 5, and I've been keeping track of my rounds in here because I have to make sure that it's the 8 round that I do for one full repetition. And in 5 you're going to start with 2 purl. You're going to purl 2 and you're going to net 2. Purl 2, net 2, and you start with 2 purl and you're going to finish with 2 net stitch for round 5. I finished 5. For 6 it's exactly the same as 5. You're going to start with 2 purl and then 2 net. Purl 2, net 2, purl 2, net 2 till the end. I finished round 6. I'm gonna work in 7, and in 7 you're gonna start with 1 purl and then 2 nets. And just by changing those 2 stitches that you change in round 3 and 7, then 3 you start with 1 net and then 2 purl, and then this one is 1 purl, 2 net. You just creating this beautiful stitch just by those 2 stitches. So it's very easy to follow. And I want to remind you, if you have to leave your work and you go back, you can't guide yourself by the stitch in the left hand needle, because for example I had to do 2 purl and this one is a net and this one is a purl. So you have to guide yourself by the row or round that you're doing, or by looking at the first stitch and here, these first 3 stitches. I will let you know what you have to do after these 2. Okay, so I wanted to mention that just in case, because sometimes when we leave the work we guide ourselves by the stitch that we see, but no, in this one you have to guide yourself by the stitch or the round that you're doing. So continue, and I will meet you here for the last round. That's round 8. I finished round 7. 8 is exactly the same. You're gonna start with 1 purl and then 2 net, 2 purl, 2 net, 2 purl, 2 net, and at the end you'll finish with 1 purl stitch. You're gonna work the stitches as you see them, and that will be for round 8. I finished round 8, and those are the 8 round repetitions that you're going to do over and over until you have the desired length. I don't want to record again on how to do those 8 round repetitions because I already left here every single row or round what you're going to do in each row repetition, so you can repeat that over and over. And I decided to weight these to see the amount of grams that I have left with the width I will have done so far in 1 full repetition, and I don't have enough at this color to do a solid neck warmer because I have 1.5 inches done and I used 10 grams, so I have 29 grams left, so that will give me around 5 inches, and this had to be around 7 inches. So what I'm going to do is now in the next repetition I'm going to change to this color. I think it will look nice with this color. I was thinking to change it to a brighter color, but it will look nice like this. So for the width, I already have this neck warmer that I did for William. If you don't see in the video, I'm going to leave the link. You're going to see an eye, and you click on the eye, it will bring you to the link of this. And the hat is a set. It's a beautiful set. Very easy to do as well. So let me measure this. That way you have, you see, it's 7 inches, 18 centimeters that this one measure. So you can have from 7, 7.5, 8 inches, depend at the age of your kid. That's the width of the neck warmer or cowl for the set. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to change to the next color, just in case you are deciding to do like mine with 2 color combination for the neck warmer. And you can do this, or you can do a solid color. I wish I have another one like this to do a solid color, but I don't, so I have to do mine like this. And I'm going to show you just in a few stitches to show you how I trap this a little bit before I cut this one to secure it. So I grab that tail in my left hand, and then I come with this one, leaving a tail to sew later, and do a net, and this will trap that one in here. And now when you do the second net, you're gonna pass that tail in between the 2 needles, and you're gonna wrap, and you're gonna lift that tail, and then you take the new yarn out, and that will get trapped in here. So now I'll bring yarn to the front and purl 2. And then again I will grab the strand, place it in my finger, and yarn to the back for her net. Put it in between the 2 needles like this, and then when you wrap in here for a net, you lift that one out of the way, and you take out the new yarn, and then go to that one, and when you net the next one, that one is trapped in a few stitches here. Now I can cut that one if I can find the scissors. And then now I'll continue working with this new yarn until I have 1 repetition. But if you don't want to do a full repetition because you think it will be too wide your neck warmer, you can do 4 rounds of this one, and then you can do the other half, 1.5 with this one, another half with this one, and another 1 with this one at the end, exactly like this one. Okay, so you're gonna be using your imagination the way you want to do the stripe. And here, if you want to do a stripe, if you don't, just do a solid color until you have 7.5 inches, and then we'll cast off or bind off our stitches. So I'm gonna work off camera in mine doing those 8 round repetition, and I will show you the progress as something that I wanted to show you. When you finish the first round, pull this tail because you're gonna have a gap. Pull this tail tight, and that will tight that separation. And the same after you do the first stitch with the new color, you will pull this, and it'll make that first stitch smaller. And then you're gonna continue working, and you don't wanna have that gap. And then when you lose all the tails, you'll secure all that. This is what I've done so far, and I love the contrast between the 2 colors. Gonna pick a better color for this. It look amazing. I'm glad I stay with this one. So I have 3 more repetitions to do, 2 of these and 1 more of this color. I finished the length for my little neck warmer, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. So I did 1 extra round, the repetition of round 1. So I did the 8 round repetition plus the 1 extra. And I did that 1 extra because when you start your work, you have a cast on, so that's almost like a round. And if you do an extra here, they will be the same width, both stripe. So I'm gonna cast off or bind off with net stitches. So you're gonna net the first one, you're gonna net the second one, and you're gonna pass that one over and out. You're gonna net the next one, and you're gonna pass that one over and out of the needle. And like that, you're gonna continue casting off or bind off all your stitches until the end. Now I'm gonna secure and loose all these tails in the inside, and then I will show you the end result. Well, I finished the neck warmer and I absolutely love the color combination, the stitch. It looked amazing. I have a beautiful, beautiful texture. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is the leftover that I have from that ball of yarn. Remember, I made the hat and now the neck warmer with a little bit of an accent color. That way I have enough for the neck warmer. I only had 13 grams left here. Remember, this was a 80 grams ball of yarn. So if it was like 100 grams, with one is enough for this set. Because that's what I used for the other set here. It was 100 grams and it was enough with a little leftover. This is for kids size. For adult, you will need more. And that's what I'm gonna do in my next video. I'm gonna make an adult set because I absolutely love it. And just in case you want to make it for adult and not for kids, I'll be doing that with 3 color combination. Well, I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful neck warmer or the set or any of my design or project and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page Ruby Net Crochet Tejido or my Instagram Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.